cam isn't on. We can't do shit by simply banning your IP. Someone bring on down the console and you ban his one ID. Oh no, not I will survive.
And welcome to Pirate Radio this evening, guys. I'm Greg. Joining me as usual is Cadus, but replacing Commander X as he's decided to go out tonight is Poop from Team Deserto. So welcome to Pirate Radio, George.
Hello, everybody.
Do you want to give a quick little intro of who you are so everyone knows?
Oh, yes, of course. My name is Poop, and I play demo for Team Deserto. It's quite fun. Yeah, that's about it.
You're trying to enunciate every word perfectly there, aren't you, so that people can understand your accent?
Yes, exactly.
And of course, hello, Cadus.
Hello.
You enjoying this evening? You know, a little bit high?
I had a very good evening, Greg. A very good evening indeed.
Good. Well, why don't we just get on to the news? And we'll start off over in Cadus's camp with Yo-Yo Tech. Hat officially left a couple of weeks ago. I don't even remember when that was, actually. And Tavik's now confirmed that he's leaving as well. So Yo-Yo Tech looking for 2 new scouts. At the moment, trialing Samzi and Zappis. So, Cadus, you want to go into that a little bit of detail?
Yeah, well, Hat, we already talked about on previous episodes. He was just basically there for the season. He didn't like to play Scout. And Tvik has always disliked Scout, really. He's just liked the class because it lets him play Sniper. But he's decided after like 2 or 3 seasons that he just wants to go and play Soldier. So I think he's moving on. I think it's possible with Ips leaving QN and he's very good friends with the Scandies in QN. I think he'll end up there as Soldier. As for Yo-Yo Tech now, we've basically decided that we're playing with Samzi and Zappis tonight, tomorrow night and Tuesday. And after the games on Tuesday, we're just going to decide whether to make it official and just be a team basically, or whether we're just going to fold and call it a day.
Okay, so how did tonight go? Was your games all right? How did Sam and Zappis fit in straight off the bat?
Well, yeah, it was actually quite nice. I mean, the results weren't great. I mean, we dropped a map to like the Punchline, which I wouldn't expect us to do. But I think our play in general was quite good. We just lacked the cohesion. Like we'd make a lot of good plays, do quite a lot of nice stuff, but then we wouldn't have the consistency because everyone would kind of, not gelled properly yet. But I think there was potential there.
Who was your other opponent?
It was Infused. Infused had a little session of amateur dramatics that we'll go into a little bit later on. A very funny story, mind you. But yeah, like it's not like a case of we have to be beating like who we were beating before if we're going to stay together. But I want to see basically for us to stay together, I have to see the promise that we can get back to roughly where we were, competing with Crack Clan pretty nicely. By within like a month or something like that, I'd want to see that potential. Otherwise, there's no real interest to do it because I think, for at least me, I want to be in a team that's going to be very competitive at I-46. And if I don't think we can at least be competing with the top 4, within the space of a month or something, there's no point in using Yo-Yo Tech for that because, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work for anyone to play competitively at I-46, to challenge for it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you want to talk about that team, Poop, at all? Any extra information? How do you think they're going to fare if they do stay together?
Don't know. I think they'll be right. It just depends if they get the scouts to say yes or no.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think, Zap is definitely a top scout. Sam, last season proved that he can do it. As you say, it will take a bit of time for the players to gel with your team and get towards the level that you're looking for. I think it would take them the next season to be able to do that, and then maybe at the end of the season you'll be able to look back and go, okay, we started off at this level and now we're here, rather than being at that high level at the beginning and then going through and trying to progress forward into the top 3 like you possibly would have done if you kept Hat and Tavikan. But that's what's happened. We might as well go into that Infused story now as well, actually, just so people know. I've left Infused. That's
dun,
official.
dun!
Insane.
Yeah, I've been toying with the idea for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and I wanted to give it until last Thursday after the official against the Excello official, and I kind of was just like, okay, well, we'll just play out the season as well since it was only 2 left, and just tonight was just I couldn't be bothered with it at all, so I just told them at the end of the day that I'm leaving, and so that's it. So they're looking for a new scout infused. I don't know if they've got any ideas what they're going to do at all. They might upset some of these possible new lineups with it. You know, who's going to turn down the opportunity to join infused when you're trying to set up a new lineup like the new TCM or the new Swedish Finnish team. So have to wait and see what happens there. I am not actually playing tomorrow either. I'm going out instead. So they are looking for a scout for tomorrow night as well now. So for the official. So
I heard they were looking for Ryan to step in there.
yeah. So I
Why don't
think
you tell everyone the story, Greg, from your PCWs tonight?
on the
I think that's quite
PCWs.
nice. I think that's quite a nice story.
Essentially, I just muted Seb in the middle of the game.
And that's not
That's
a local
essentially
mute.
it.
Let me know.
Local mute.
That's not a local mute, is it?
Yeah, it was local mute.
Oh, I heard it was a proper mute.
Oh, was it?
Apparently, you properly muted him. I heard.
Oh, okay.
It's like
I was meant to locally mute it, but oh well.
It gets funnier.
Nice, well played.
Yeah, that was an accident. Awesome.
Maybe this is all a big mix-up, Greg, and you can reconcile.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to stay in the team anyway, so no, I've talked to the guys and apologised for what I did earlier anyway. So, but there we have it.
Didn't they I know you told them that you were considering leaving, but didn't they essentially after tonight just try to phase you out? In a sense.
I think they kind of assumed that after tonight I was going to leave anyway.
Ah, I see.
I had already started talking to Seb as well about it, like in the middle of the game. So I don't know. It kind of felt like they were trying to phase me out as well at the same time. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to leave, because it felt like that. There's been feeling like that for the whole of the season, really. To me, like they might attest to the fact that it's not, but you know, if I step aside, they're going to get better with a different scout, in theory. So they've got the off season to find someone. Come I-45, they might have someone. I assume they will, because obviously for the next season they're going to want someone. I might be murky for the I-45. I still don't know what the details of that is, but there you go, guys. Officially announced here before anybody else really saw it, other than a few people on Steam. So rumors of Deserto popping up. Hey, Poop.
What's up?
Little Deserto rumor. Hey.
Oh yeah. Yes. So, Greg, who are you gonna trial for now?
I don't know. I like Cadus had been messaging me, because I told Cadus before whether I was thinking of leaving, and he was like, when they already had Hat leaving, he was saying, "Oh, come, consider playing for us if you do leave." And they've now gone with Sam and Zappis sort of thing. So I don't really want to join them anyway, to be honest. Like, unless Cadus fully asks me and says, and then of course Deserto, the fun, relaxed team plus Skeege. So
nothing screams fun and relaxed like Skeege, and I literally mean literally.
Yeah, we're the fun team that we don't care if we get beaten by anyone. We're just all happy and chilled out. And amazing at the game, of course, without practicing. No, not really.
Yeah, so I'm going to play with them for a couple of days, I think. This week is our plan, isn't it, Skeege? Skeege? Isn't it just Poop even? That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, good mix up there. So, yeah, well, that's essentially it at the moment. I guess we'll have to wait and see if Bite approaches me, I don't know if he will. I doubt it.
Which scout do you think you could put out the picture, Greg? Would it be Fishu or would it be Xerox?
Well, to be honest with you, it sounds like when I told Seb that I wasn't going to join, they've started talking to scouts. That's what it sounds like. So, and also it sounds like come I-45, they're going to have a scout for sure, and it sounds like they're going to have an English scout, because I doubt Infuse are going to pay for another flight, and they're very, very much hinting that I'm not going to be murking for them. So I would assume Joe might be playing. That's what I'd say. Other than that, I know they wanted to talk to Bibbin, so that's all I know so far.
Interesting.
Oh. Right, let's move on. Right, so Hat, who has left Yo-Yo Tech, is now trialing for TCM as medic. I don't know whether they've actually played with him yet or anything like that.
Yeah, I think they played one night.
They played in that one night. All
They
right.
only played one night because Byte's still moving, so they're not playing very much at the moment. But they played
Just
the
out
one
of-
night last week with Hat.
Just out of curiosity, how are they actually doing? I've actually kept up to date with that at all. The PCW results or whatever.
Past the first week of when they played, we only played them once, and they were right. I can't really comment past that. I don't think they play very often. I think they're just chilling out. I don't know.
Well, they've barely played, to be honest. I mean, we scheduled with them 3 times. They cancelled on us twice. So
Okay.
I think that, especially with Byte, like, because Byte, I don't know what he's doing, but until he moves, he can't play properly. I swear he moves all the time. Like, I swear the last time he was doing TCM, he had to move before they could do it, but I don't know. So I don't think they've really done it properly. I've not seen them either since they had Himsy on demo, and obviously with Byte now on demo, they're going to be doing it completely differently. And actually, wait, did I see them? I think I might have seen them. Yeah, in fact, I did see them. But they only played that what do you call it? The Finn Scandi mix. So it was like a really weird blast from the past, but everyone had just been crippled since then. Like, I don't know. It was like completely uninformative. Like, I'm still a total wild card as far as I'm concerned. They could be great. They could be shit.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
we'll have to see.
Yeah. Yeah, talking of the Finn Scandi mix, do you know who their soldiers are going to be? Like, we had a talk about this the other day, I think, didn't we? And when we played them, we played against the Jackal and Ollie on Soldier. Who did you play against, Cadus?
I haven't played them, but I watched
Okay.
TCM play them. They had Himsy and the Jackal.
All right.
I can't really imagine that's the legit plan to have the Jackal because, for obvious reasons, medics don't tend to make the switch to combat classes like straight to the top very well. I can't imagine it would be a very good choice. But Dan was in spec at the time for at least half of the game, so I don't know.
That's
In
fair
other
enough.
words.
Okay. Yeah, and they had when we played, they had Bibbin and Himsy playing Scout, and when TCM played them, you said Bibbin and Rebelli were playing Scout. So
Yeah.
don't know. I'm sure they're still toying around with who they're going to get. I haven't really seen much of an update past that. Really.
I think primarily that will come. It will just come down to who can be bothered to play.
Yeah.
Like which of them doesn't drop out and say, actually, I still can't be bothered.
It wouldn't surprise me if they got like 8 people and just played for a bit of fun with
Yeah, true.
with that sort of thing. Got 8 of the Finns and just did that. Well, let's move on to the next bit of news. Well, team news. Equilibrium are not going to fold. That's what they've said before tonight. But tonight has been a bit of a weird one for them, I think. So they got Coins couldn't play, and they've got Toda in. They've got Volum in. I think that's the plan. And then tonight, during their first game they played against Epsilon, Volum rage quit because Toda raged at him. So Equilibrium might still not be happening. We'll have to wait and see later in the week, or possibly one of them, if they're here now, can let me know.
I talked to Kyle earlier. He said that he is going to try his best for them not to fold. So it looks like Kyler's a bit of a hero.
Okay. That's
But
fair enough.
it doesn't sound ideal.
No, it doesn't. Not with their first game back together with like some new players, and then they end up rage quitting. Really, it doesn't sound the best, does it?
I've only played with Toda in pickup too, but I have to say he is incredibly whiny, like incredible. I can't imagine what he's like when he actually has a competent grasp of the language as well. So I think are they actually using Toda like properly, or was he just filling in?
I have no idea.
Because I think as long as I have players that are like sensitive to rage, I don't think it's going to work with Toda in the lineup because I don't think he's one of those players that can keep his mouth shut a lot of the time. He kind of has to just complain about things.
Yeah, indeed. So, well, I think they need Toda in the lineup. Like, who did they have before? Was it Reapy? I don't.
On demo, yeah, it was Reapy.
Yeah. So.
Do they not have another demo anymore? Or
I don't
He went
think they
inactive or
do.
something.
I'm pretty sure he has, or something along those lines. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% on that at all. Like, Xavi's normally the one that keeps up to date with them because I think he's mates with Kyler, so ends up finding the information that way. But I think we've exhausted our team news for this week. So why don't we move on to the games from last week? Which starting off, why don't we start with the ETF2L semi-final game, Epsilon versus Cracklan. So the first map went 2-0 to Epsilon. I think that was Granary. I'm not 100%. Was that Badlands?
No, it was Granary.
That was Granary went 2-0, and then I don't know what the second map was, and it went 6-3. Do you know what the map was, Poop?
Badlands.
Badlands. Okay.
Why am I so well informed?
You might have just had it open already.
I just memorized it.
So Epsilon showing their dominance again. I haven't actually watched those games back, so I don't know if either of you guys watched those games. Did you?
I tried to watch both games at the same time, and all I really paid attention to was Uber pushes and things like that. Not really much to say. Granary was just really slow-paced. Badlands was slow-paced, I think, to begin with as well. But then Epsilon seemed pretty comfortable.
Okay, so what? Epsilon slowly getting into their groove and then just like pushing it home and showing their dominance yet again.
Yeah.
Did they have their 6 players? Did Dai play during that game, or did Randa play?
Pretty sure Randa was playing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fairly sure Randa played. I spoke to him after the game.
All right. What did he say after the game?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So much. Nothing relevant to the game, really. I actually can't remember for the life of me what he said. I think it was just like, Greg's so bad at this game, how does he even continue? But
Oh, okay.
I don't remember properly.
Yeah.
And I didn't see the games either. The day I watched, what was it, like 2-1 on Granary, did you say? Or something?
2
2 what?
2-0.
2-0, yeah. The day I watched a 2-0 game on Granary on a VOD. Not going to happen.
Yeah, indeed. So Epsilon, of course, then progressed to play Infused, which we kind of covered. But how do you guys feel tomorrow's game's going to go?
It doesn't
well.
sound great, to be honest. For one team, of course. I guess you can guess which one I'm thinking about.
I know, now that Infused don't have Greg, Epsilon stand no chance.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like Infused have got a very good team attitude at the moment. Seem a bit unorganised. Don't know.
I don't know. If they go into it, pull their socks up, and just play, and not worry about anything, they could still, definitely upset Epsilon. I don't know if I see them taking 2 maps though. Unfortunately, I think it'll be the standard taking 1 map, having control of the game for having control of one of the maps for another half of the game, but not capping as many rounds as Epsilon do. When they Epsilon have control. So unfortunately for Infused, I think Epsilon probably take ETF2L season 11. Cadus, what about you?
I think simultaneously, it's the most likely Infused have ever been to win, and also the most likely they have been to get raped. If you know what I mean. I can't really see it being that close. I think either Infused are going to come out and, well, it will be close, but I think either Infused are going to come out and surprise, and it's going to work really well, or it's not going to work and they're just going to get destroyed. No offense, Greg, but I think there are stronger scouts, especially for Infused lineup. I don't think, if I'm honest, you've ever really fitted in with the new, ever since like you ditched Kun and you ditched Boomy and got like Flisco. I don't think you've ever really been the right kind of player for Infused. So I think for them, it's definitely the right move to get someone else in for you. Probably not given the timing, probably not the moral move, but I think from the stance of winning, it's probably a good idea. Maybe a bit short notice. Like if they get someone like Bash or someone in like that, like a really solid scout, and it gels pretty quickly, then I think they're going to be like a really strong team for that game tomorrow. But I don't know. It just really depends what scout merc they get at the end of the day. If they get someone really good, I think they can have a really good go at it. But if they don't get, if they're forced to settle, because there's really not that many scouts available, because I'm fairly sure Epsilon are playing tomorrow. I don't know, maybe Walters will be available if they're playing with their GA lineup, but it all comes down to the merc for me. If he's really good, I think they're going to have a really good go at it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I totally understand. It does depend who they get. I'm pretty sure I won't be playing, but we'll have to wait and see. Like if they ask me, tonight, I will cancel my plans still and play it out. But
I should also say that had you still been in the roster, I think they would have been in probably their best standing to win like a final versus Epsilon since the last season.
Is
I
there any
think-
reason for that? Because we've
Cookie?
not been performing great recently.
Well, I mean, I haven't really seen you play like a proper big game against Epsilon since last season ended.
Yeah.
And didn't you had quad then, correct?
We played the January final with Cookie, but we'd only been playing them for like 3 days, and we were pretty close to winning that. But obviously, all the teams just came out of the winter break, didn't we? So it was kind of like everybody just getting back into it, and then we had a new player, and it went to 2-1, and we threw it away on Gully Wash. You know, we were 2-1 up or something, and ended up losing 3-2.
I know you say you haven't been playing that great the last couple of days, but I don't know, when it's a final, I think, obviously the last couple of days doesn't go completely out the window, but it's, the circumstances of a final are just so much different to everything else leading up to it. I think you really kind of see what a team's made of when it comes to a final, and I think with Cookie, you've been made of the best stuff you've ever been made of. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Cookie is definitely a really, really good scout and improved Infused loads, so it's understandable completely. But we've talked about that final for a fair amount of time. What do you want to go to the maps? What was it? It was Badlands, Gully Wash, Snakewater. Infused probably have the best chance of winning Badlands, I would say, out of the first two. I think I would say Gully Wash, but with Epsilon strats, I don't know how it would work. So.
I can't add anything to that. I have no idea.
God, this guy's useless. Where did you find him?
Well, let's move on and let's look at which one are we going to look at? Let's go towards the Angels Cup, which is later on this week, starting this week. Do you have a list of the teams that are entering? Cadus?
I most definitely might do. Yeah, here it is.
Is this the 5v5 thing or the 6v6 thing?
No. This is the 6v6 thing. We don't talk about nonsense cups on Pirate Radio, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's got team list. It's got Infused. I don't have a proper list because it's just all of the teams piled into one, and obviously some of them are just no one cares. It's got Infused. It's got Cracklan. It's got Epsilon. Yoyotech are on the list, but we're not playing because we're in a very difficult position. Even if we take Sam and Zappis, Sam's on holiday, Sucker's going away for Easter, things like that, so we won't be playing. But it's got Epsilon, it's got QN, ISIS, UV, basically everyone you could think of. Sido, if you're unsure who Sido is, they're the 2B winners. They won the Russian Cup the other night. They're pretty promising. So yeah, this is actually looking quite interesting.
Has DeSarto signed up? Out of interest.
I think I talked to Ryan and he said something about a fun team. So.
Yeah, there's a fun team, but if they actually signed up, because it wouldn't surprise me if Ryan forgot to.
Yeah, they're in.
Yeah, it's just going to be Ben's mix, basically. It's not really DeSarto. It's going to have Kuhn replacing... In fact, we don't have another scout, so it's going to be Kuhn, Merkin, or Trilon, or whatever.
How come?
And then...
That sounded really harsh. I don't know why it sounded like that. How come, I meant to say.
Why don't we have another scout, you mean?
No, I mean, why... If it's like a mix, why is it not just you guys with a Merc?
Well, basically, me and Skeege can't play, so Ben's going to play medic, and it's going to be kind of like a mix / trial, I guess, because most of the team's going to be there.
Yeah, well, if you, because it's not just a one night cup, it's going over 2 or 3 nights. So if you make it out of,
if they get through, I guess we'll probably just take over.
Yeah, because I think it's over 3 weeks. Thursday the 5th, Thursday the 12th, Thursday the 19th, and then the lower bracket final is Thursday the 26th with the grand final. Are probably open to reschedule, but its default date is the 3rd of May. So,
so if the mixed team gets through, then we'll probably just take it over as the Sarto and then continue from there on. So yeah, that's that.
I think it's looking really, really strong. And for those maybe wondering, the joke/fun cup 5v5 has been delayed because only 8 teams signed up to it.
8 teams signed up for, was it €500 prize, was it? Or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 500 euros.
500 was it 500 or 250 plus those like 10-year-old hard drives or whatever the hell they were.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was £250 cash and 5 times 300 gigabytes SATA HDDs from Velociraptor or something like that. Either way, it completely bombed, and my advice to anyone listening was to just give that prize to a real competition. People didn't not sign up because of Angels Cup. They didn't sign up because it's shit.
Yep. So that's that. What else? GA has announced their prizes, and of course, GA is next weekend. So do you want to go into that a bit, Cadus? You've got the prize. Do you have the prize fund up there, or do you have the teams up
No.
there?
Yeah, I got both, man. Well loaded.
Go for it, man.
Fuck, I did have both. This is why we need Commander X. He's so useful for doing this brunt work.
I've got the prizes up, but it's all in French. So hang on, let me see.
Yeah,
if I
I'm
press the
looking at
English
that
button,
as
if
well.
it works. Come
I
on.
mean, I speak perfect French.
Nope, doesn't work. So first prize is 500 euros cash, 5 CM Storm Cooler Master. I assume those are cases. One Cosmos something. It's just a load of hardware plus a little bit of cash prize. The second place has a 600 euro cash prize in inverted commas. But is that not like tickets to the next event? I'm getting spammed on IRC. Probably someone explain to me what's going on. I'm looking at the wrong game apparently. No, I'm not. It says TF2 above it. It says TF2 right above it. Why?
Yeah,
first
literally, it
place
does
is
say that.
1,000. For me, I've got this TF2 then 1,200 euros first prize.
Yeah, it says cash prize 600 euros Futurolan. So
The hell am
Is
I
that meant to
looking
be
at
1,200 euros, or is that one
yeah, that's
200 euros?
that's 1200. That's 1200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm
First
looking at.
prize is 1200. The second prize it says is 600 euros, but it's got Futurolan on the end. So I don't know if that's going to be a cash prize that comes in the form of tickets, which isn't a cash prize.
Isn't
but
cash, yeah.
It's very confusing why they've put that there if it is a cash prize. Then you get some Norton antivirus. That's pretty cool, right?
Amazing.
And then, oh, check this out, mini keyboard Bluetooth iPad cover. Hello. But yeah, there is some cash prizes up there though, so it's pretty cool nonetheless. And they're just throwing some useless junk in to. I don't know why they did that,
Oh, sorry.
but they
Make
did.
it impressive.
I think it's because they didn't have any sponsored cash prize, so they sponsored like all this gear first, and now they've got an actual prize. So,
Right.
but like they've got the prizes, and the event is next week. This is when they have announced the prize funds. Is the week before? It's a bit retarded, that isn't it? But oh well.
Yeah, it's shitty, but I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you go into the teams attending, Cadus?
I can do. There's like, is it 3 or 4 standouts? Obviously, you got Epsilon. They're not there with a full roster. They're there with Randa, Stefan, Nox, playing their normal roles, and then they have Bash on Scout, Mitzi on Soldier, and also Gear on Soldier. So yeah, 2 mercs jumping in. Oh, sorry, Nox is going to be on Medic. My bad, I misspoke. Nox will be on Medic, then Gear and Mitzi on Soldier. Okay. So Nox used to main Medic, so that should be no problem. He's no F2, but looking at the competition, they probably should still have no problem with that roster. Probably likely to take second place, depending how well they do, is Viva La Vida, which is a mixed team made for the event, consisting of, it says here, Droso, Tai, Luzu, Skeege, and Longest. It has Mitzi listed, but if I'm right, I think Pescanova is coming in for Mitzi.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, you've got ISIS, not fucking ISIS, LDLC, with I recognize that name, so I assume they're decent. Cammy's the only guy I recognize. And there's one other team worthy of a mention, Punchline are there with basically a full roster. For those uninformed, that's Payard, Tech, Flippy, Flynn, Plapla, and Captain Hacks.
Cool. So pretty much Epsilon going to take it, and as you said, I would say order-wise, maybe the what is it, Punchline team will be able to upset and get.
I think maybe Skeege's team will upset. Apparently, they took a map off of Epsilon tonight when they were having a wee PCW and they were getting good results against your team, Greg.
Yeah, they weren't bad, that's for certain. And I think
I think that was their first. Yeah, I was about to say, Skeege just mentioned, I think that's their first PCW. So if they practice a lot, maybe they could slightly get on form I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess with Epsilon having a completely new, completely different lineup as well, they could probably possibly go and put their money where their mouths are and just pressure
Longas
for
is a
that
bit of a
first
beast. I
place.
heard him and Luzu actually are apparently doing very well.
Yeah, Lucio is definitely an underrated soldier, and I'm sure if he goes to this event and proves himself, a lot of people will be looking at him differently. I still don't think I can say that Epsilon, won't take the game. He'll take the tournament even, and they'll just take those first
Well, yeah, the
plays
thing
pretty
is,
easily.
they've played at LANs before, so
Yeah, exactly. They're going to have the experience, and they're going to be bringing in these couple of new soldiers. And while, you might think Mitzi's not played from the while, he's played with Nox for ages. He's played a couple of games with Epsilon here and there. Whenever they've needed a merc, I think pretty sure they used to get Santa and Mitzi. So he'll slot in, and then Bash is just like he can just go and play for any mixed team pretty much. He's such a good scout. So I don't think anybody, even if it's Longas Pescanova and like Luzu and Tai, I don't think they can upset that Epsilon lineup, unfortunately. But they might be able to do something.
maybe give a good final or something.
Yeah, I was going to
exactly.
say, I don't expect them to win it, but I think they'll disappoint themselves if they don't at least give it a good game in the final.
And who was in
Like-
that third team you were talking about before Punchline? Or was there?
LDLC, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I saw the name LDLC and I thought I recognized it. And I looked at the team and it's Captu, Tota 33, Croc Pubis, Break.
Watching the
Played a bit earlier and got pretty much rolled.
Oh, what's going on? Hey.
We're back in
Oh, we're
business.
back.
bitches.
We're back in business for everyone on Bumble.
What did you do?
Just got to get Adam to sort himself out back in this Mumble channel and shit, and then we will get going again. Right. You want to sort out Mumble once you get the chance, Adam?
Well, I mean, Greg, if you've been chatting away, no one else can hear you.
Oh,
No,
really?
It wasn't for
No.
too long.
We stopped speaking while you kind of
All
stopped
right,
speaking.
okay, no.
Yeah,
No, I
Skype's-
basically, my internet cut out.
long.
My router's fucked, so I've got a new one in the post tomorrow.
Okay, it's alright.
Yeah.
We pretty much exhausted Gamers Assembly anyway, so once you come back, which just do that.
Yeah, well, it's already up. It's restarting the stream
Oh,
now.
Okay.
No, it's on. It's on already.
If you sorted Mumble, oh, you're gonna. Oh, I've just been sat here chatting to myself for no reason. Is anybody?
Yep.
Is everyone out there? Can you hear us again? Welcome back, guys.
They all said yes.
Everything should be fixed. My
The-
pirate radio is broken. There we go.
Pirate radio to planet Earth.
Don't worry, the VOD's not broken.
Is anyone out there?
Right. Well, let's just keep going. And you were ranting about some French team that we've never really heard of. Does
Yeah,
it still
fuck it.
have Cammy in it?
It has Cammy in it. Cammy played in a team once, so they'll come
There we
forth,
go.
in my opinion.
Okay, that's cool. And Punchline, yeah, Punchline might be able to get certain maps off that mixed team, but I doubt it
Yeah.
really. So
I don't know what the map pool is. I assume it's pretty standard, though. Or do French people like French maps? Croissant, perhaps?
Wow.
did you really just? Oh god.
Man, it was there and I took it. Anyway. But yeah, like Snake Water, maybe. I can see them taking something on Snake Water. Even Granary now, because let's face it, no one fucking plays Granary anymore.
Yeah. Well, like they took maps on Snakewater was seemed to be the old Blast team, so the Punchline team's best map.
Just want to throw out Flippy. Sniper-friendly maps. Flippy
Yeah.
can turn it around, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Just pull a bunch of headshots out of the bag. You know, you can't count them out. And it seems like Flippy is, you know, they've been to LAN before completely. I don't know how many of this.
The most ridiculous headshot I've ever seen came from Flippy on LAN, so
Yeah.
excluding Twix through the fence one, but he acts anyway, so
And yeah, so I wouldn't count them out. That's for sure. I don't think they'll upset Epsilon, but they might upset the a mixed team that doesn't think much of them. If you know what I mean by that.
yeah, for sure.
So-
I think especially on Snakewater, because Snakewater is, let's face it, it's probably the toughest map for a team that hasn't played together much, apart from Gravel Pit. But again, Gravel Pit, Snakewater, both very sniper friendly, so both of those are going to play into Punchline. Yeah, it's going to play into their favour quite a lot.
Yeah, indeed. So I think we pretty much, you know, do you want to give your predictions for the tournament then?
No, it's got to be
Three.
Epsilon to win it. Viva La Vida second, and Punchline third.
Yeah, totally agree. Poop, do you want to give us your input?
Yep, sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Awesome. Nice one, man.
No problem.
So I think that's about it for this week. There's not that much news, actually. We've only been going for like 40 minutes. Is that right? 35?
No, no, we're gonna have about 20 minutes of Commander X's bullshit thrown in. So that's probably explaining.
How's his new team going? Let's talk about that. Is it
As
dead
far,
yet?
as far as I know, Luzu, who was basically the soldier it was all riding on, has joined up with Nitros, who are trying to refurbish their roster to make it more competitive next season. If they've got Luzu, then I'd say they've already completed that mission, because he's probably the most promising soldier in the game at the moment.
Yeah.
But for Commander X's team, Commander X got a new job, and he's struggling making the adjustment to moving around during the day. So far has slept through PCW hours.
What kind of job has he got?
He's working in a cinema selling popcorn, as far as I know.
Sounds
And
like a good
tonight,
job for him.
it has paid off because he got free tickets to the cinema. So that's why he's not here.
It's incredible.
The perks, they will not stop.
Yeah, indeed. I've actually just got a little bit of inside gossip. I don't know whether this is official or not. I'm not going to say who's given me the information, but Matnan will be quitting in about 2 weeks' time.
Oh no.
Apparently, that's what I've heard. So apparently he needs to go to the army in 2 months. So he needs to get in shape for that. So he's quitting TF2 so he can get in shape. There you go, guys. So Crackland down their pocket soldier.
So
Let's wait and see what
Infuse
happens
need
there.
a scout, Crackland need a soldier. 2 top teams.
Have to wait and see what happens in the coming weeks once that all unfolds. And
So maybe tips.
yeah, well, pretty much, guys. That's it from us this week. Do watch the ETF2L final tomorrow. Should be a good game, no matter what. I think they've got Pledge and Admirable casting on Vanilla TV. So this Mumble, if you're already on Mumble, it's pretty
Can we
simple.
forget to talk about a match that happened?
Did we forget to talk about a match that happened?
The Excello final? Or did I just
Did
completely
we-
space
did we-
out for that?
I don't think we talked about it actually, did we? Why don't we talk
I had a
about
long list of excuses ready to roll off, so I'm pretty
Go
sure
for
I
it.
didn't list them.
it? Start them. So no, why don't we go into the scores first? Infuse 1-2-1. Yay, mouse mats. So we took the Otexes took the first map Badlands 4-2. Infuse took Gollywash 6-4, and then Snakewater 5-0. Of course, they had Hat came back into the lineup. He's not played Scout for a while. We didn't have Flisco. We had Evil playing instead. And yeah, that's pretty much how it rolled. Cadis, what happened? Go for it.
I was going to ask you the same question about Badlands as far as it goes. Like, from my end, I'll let you fill in Badlands, because for us to take Badlands, I reckon something had to be fucked on your end. Gully Wash, that was pretty interesting. We went like 3 down in like 10 minutes, and then we brought crits out and made a game of it.
We just couldn't account your crits at all. It was funny.
It was hilarious. It was like Dunk was just like a magnet by the end. Just drop any corner, throw a sticky, and he just...
That's sticky. Like, Seb had peeked the corner, right? Seen you there, and then you crits to kill Seb, and Seb walks away from the door, and Dunk apparently moved towards it. It just gets hit by the sticky.
Yeah, like at that moment, Hat was yelling on comms, don't use, they know you're there, don't use. Yeah, and Snake Water. Well, we got absolutely raped on Snake Water. Here's where my excuses come in. Basically, we didn't play Snake Water apart from one official versus tryharders for the whole season with this lineup. I mean, we had Drosso on Scout, and switching Drosso for Hat was probably the turning point of our season, and we never really practiced Snake Water with that roster. And on top of that, we didn't...
It was the map at the beginning of the season, wasn't it? So
yeah, and also we didn't really... I won't say we didn't practice for this match, but we were trialing scouts leading up to it, so we didn't really prepare particularly. So the maps that were more favourable to, on the fly kind of play, like Badlands, Gully, that everyone knows really well, like we naturally did a lot better on those, whereas Snake Water really requires, like I was saying earlier, a lot more team play. And yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Badlands, we just started really badly, and if we start badly, our kind of comms go to a bit poorly, and then once we get into the game, that's just what it always happened with the Infused lineup, so it's pretty much why. But we didn't manage to bring it back, and, by the end of it, we were in full flow in Snake Water and just took it. So that's pretty much what I'd say about the game. So yeah, congratulations to the Infused lineup. I don't know whether I should say that, because...
Congratulations to me.
Well, I was in it then, but I'm not anymore, so...
Congratulations, Greg.
Well, unless you
Cheers,
congratulate
Bruce,
them on getting those mouse pads they always dreamed of. I guess you were involved.
yeah.
Are they very nice?
Are
Have
you
got
still
them
going?
yet?
Are you still going to get your mouse pad, Greg, or is it going to the Infused bank?
They'll split it between the other 5.
I need the person... Was it Sunny that PM'd me? I need whoever PM'd me about that to PM me again, because I might as well get all this stuff sent to Seb instead of me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it for this week. Is there anything else going on the rest of the week? I don't think so. I've not really got into sorting this Highlander show match thing out yet, because I'm too lazy to write the news post. Okay, there you go. Something for you to do. Thanks, man. And that's about it from me. Do you guys want to have any shout-outs? Poop, go first.
Yeah, I've got some fags that want shout-outs. Skeege, Ips, Ryan, and Oronic, you have shout-outs. Be happy.
No shout-out to Gabe
that was
either?
sweet.
Oh yeah, shout-out to Gabe and Arsel, of course.
Good. Just double-checking. But it's sweet of you to do your shout-outs, Poop. Nice one.
Oh, and Thai wants one as well, because his Arsel's not Gabe yet.
God.
Cadus, go for it.
I think enough has been said. I got nothing. Nothing left.
All right, well, shout out to my old team Infused. I've been part of that team since the beginning of August last year, so it's ages ago. Cheers, guys, and good luck tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Do tune into ECF2L tomorrow on Vanilla TV, guys. Well worth watching. And that's it from us. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Later.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, but I couldn't get a friend by my side. And then I spent so many rounds just camping out all on my own, and I grew strong. And now I'm defusing the bomb, and now I'm back. So shut your face. You cannot play as good as me. You're such a fat disgrace. Weren't you the one who left me playing on my own, all up to me? The VIP, no chance not I will survive. As long as I have armor, then I know I'll stay alive. And now you're back and expect weapons, those are free. But I'm saving all my money for an AWP. CT's alright, you won't survive. Because the second I see you hit my card, you're gonna die. You just TK and keep the frags all by your own. But hey, get ready, man, for platitudes. I'm shit now that you're on. You cannot tell the teams apart, but that line's old and not as fresh as pepper chili fart. You just want kills, you do not care about your team. You've been banned 37 times, but keep on coming back in clean. He's in the pipes, out on the lawn. You're cheating, tell me why the hell Force Chase Cam isn't on. We can't do shit by